Hello everyone, this is my first video of engineering drawing in which I will be explaining the subject, what is engineering drawing and what is the syllabus of engineering drawing. So the entire syllabus of engineering drawing has been divided into four components. The first component is the basics of engineering drawing, second component is the geometrical construction, third component is scale, and the fourth component is orthographic projection. So the entire syllabus of drawing has been divided into four components. The first is basics. Now in basics, it will include letter writing, which is also called technical writing, how to do the dimensioning of any object, and what are the different types of lines in drawing, engineering drawing. Second is geometrical construction, third is scale, and the last one is orthographic projection. So in orthographic projection, again there are sub-components like section of solid, development of surface of solid, and the isometric drawing. So this will be the subtopics that will be coming after orthographic projection. So starting with the engineering drawing, I will be starting with the basics of engineering drawing. What do you mean by drawing? What is the difference between drawing and the engineering drawing? And I will be explaining in this video all the components in short. In short, I am going to explain the entire component of the drawing. So let's start with the drawing. So if we talk about simple drawing, what do you mean by drawing? So drawing means ideas or thoughts without standard. So when we express our ideas or the thought without using any standard or without using any specifications, that becomes drawing. Now let's take an example to understand this line, what do you mean by drawing. So in the school times we were asked to draw the scenery of a sunrise in the mountain. So what we were supposed to do, we were simply represent the sun by using a circle. So we have drawn a circle for representing the sun. Also for the mountain we were using some curve-like features. Also to indicate the rays coming out from the sun, we were using the simple lines. So these were the ideas which were coming in our mind. But in this idea or in this thought which we were representing by means of a picture, we are not using any standard. We are not following any standard. We are not plotting any dimensions. We are not giving any specifications for the mountain and the sun. So we can manipulate. We were manipulating this drawing as per our requirement. So we can also plot. We can also use two circles inside the outer circle of the which is representing the sun, just to represent the eyes of the sun. That means we can do anything. We can manipulate our thought and our ideas without using standard and specifications. So that was simple drawing, which we have done in our school times. But if we add the word engineering drawing, if we add this word engineering before the drawing, now what changes are going to be done in this scenery? Now we have to express our ideas and thought, and that will be with specifications and standards. That means now we have to identify the diameter of the circle which we are going to represent as a sun. Again we will be identifying the dimensions of the rays, outer rays, longer rays, smaller rays. Again we will be identifying the dimension of the curve which is going to be represented in as a mountain. So that means when we are expressing our ideas or thought by means of some standard, that is called engineering drawing. That is called engineering drawing. Now ideas and thoughts, that is not limited to only mechanical or civil or electrical. So it has been applied in each and every field, whether it is civil, mechanical, electronic, electrical, or whether it is computer science. Also we have also played a universal game. Everyone has played that game. That the name of the game was Temple Run. So we have played this game. So what was in this game? We haven't bothered about the features of this game. We haven't gone through the graphics. We haven't gone through the concept of projections. We haven't gone through the concept of coordinate system which were applied in this game. So there are lots of features, and that is done by means of engineering drawing. So we can't say that the computer science even not having any application for this drawing. So all the games, the features in the games that are also based on the design, that are also based on the concept of engineering drawing. So that means engineering drawing is applied in each and every field, whether it is mechanical component, whether we are going to design any electrical circuit, whether we are going to design any electronic component for any game design. So it has diversified field in all the streams. So next, if we talk about the components of the engineering drawing, so I have already told you that there are 4 components of the drawing. The first component is the basics. So why it is named as basics? Because this basics is going to apply in all other components also. This basic is going to apply in all the components like geometrical construction, like scale, like orthographic. So this is going to apply in all the content of drawing. So that is that's why I have named it as basics. So in basics there will be 3 components, sub-components like letters, dimensioning, and types of lines. So these are the sub-component of basics. So the first part, letters. So letters means we have to write alphabets in capital letters, small letters, we have to write numbers in our sheet. That is for technical writing. So letter part will tell us how to write alphabets, how to write numbers in our sheet by using some standard. Again, by using some standard. Second part, dimensioning means if we are drawing any component, if we have drawn any component, we have to locate the measurement. So when we have to locate the measurement for any object in our sheet, we are going to use the standard of dimensioning. Then we are going to use the standards for dimensioning. So that will come under dimensioning part. Again, this is going to utilize and complete all the components of drawing. In entire drawing, we are going to utilize this basic sub-components. Types of lines means in drawing there are so many lines, like it can be dotted, it can be center line, it can be section line, it can be cutting plane lines, and all the lines are having some symbols and functions that we will be seeing in types of lines. So these are the basics which are going to be applied in all the content of drawing. Second component was named as geometrical construction. So I am just giving the overview of the syllabus of drawing in short. So second content was geometrical construction. Now geometrical construction means if we talk about any component in the universe, all the components in the universe are composed of some primitives. Primitives means it can be 2D, it can be 3D. Primitives means it can be line, circle, arc, polygon. These are called primitives. So if we talk about a duster, in this duster, what are the primitives involved? Like these edges are represented by a line. This is a line. Again, this rectangle is represented. This is a rectangle, which is a plane. So entire duster is composed of the rectangles and the numbers of lines. So all the components has been composed of some primitives. So geometric construction means we will be having the knowledge of the construction of geometry, like it can be circle, it can be ellipse, it can be parabola, it can be hyperbola, it can be spiral, involute, it can be any plane figures. So we must know the construction of all the plane figures. So geometric construction is going to tell us how to construct this basic shapes. So this is the second component. Then the third component, that is scale. So scale, as we all know, scale is used to measure the distance. So in this component of graphics, we are going to draw graphically scale, and we will be measuring some distance. Now distance can be in kilometers, it can be in meters, also it can be in micrometer, it can be in millimeter. That means we are going to represent larger object to smaller one. We can also represent smaller object to the larger one. That is done by means of scale. So in a scale, we are going to deal with two scales. The first scale is plane scale, and the second scale is diagonal scale. So in a scale, we are going to draw these two types of scale, and both the scale will come under the category of reducing scale. Now reducing scale, if we talk about this word reducing, means in reducing scale, what we are going to do, we are going to reduce the size of the object. Suppose if we want to measure 100 kilometer, if we want to measure the 100 kilometer road, and we have to represent on a piece of paper. So in that case, what we will be doing, we will be reducing the size of the object. That means we will be reducing the 100 kilometer road in some smaller size. can be in centimeter. It has to be in centimeter. So only then we can be able to represent on a piece of paper. As we have seen in the railway map, road map. So that is called reducing scale. In that case, the scale will be reducing type. We are reducing the size of the object. So in reducing type, we will be drawing plane scale and the diagonal scale. In plane scale, we will be representing 2 units. Only 2 units. In plane scale, we will be representing 2 units. But in diagonal scale, we will be representing 3 units. So again, I am just explaining in short what we are going to do in the third component and what is the third component of drawing. But in detail, we will be seeing later what is the scale, how we are going to draw the plane scale, how we are going to draw the diagonal scale. Last component which is the very important part of drawing, that is the orthographic. This is the fourth component of the drawing, that is called orthographic projection. So in orthographic projection, what we are going to do, we are going to split the views. We are going to split the views of object. Views, it can be front view, it can be top view, it can be side view. So we are going to split the views of any component by means of this orthographic projection. So orthographic projection basically means, ortho means perpendicular. Ortho means perpendicular, graphic is a drawing, and projection is a kind of an image. So orthographic projection means when you visualize the object, suppose our object is a duster, it's resting like this. So when you visualize the duster from the front, so when you are visualizing the duster from the front, suppose this is the duster and this is, you are visualizing from the front. So when you visualize this object from the front, ortho means perpendicular. So what happens, the rays coming from our eyes, should fall perpendicular on this object. So the rays are falling perpendicular on this object like this, and all the rays are parallel to each other. All the rays should be parallel to each other. So at the back, suppose this is a blank sheet. At the back, suppose there is a blank sheet. That means when you visualize this object, now this board is a blank sheet. So the image which is going to project on that blank sheet for this particular object, that will be its orthographic projection. So when you visualize this duster from the front, so what we are going to see at the back, we will be able to see only this rectangle. So this rectangle is the front view of the duster because we have been visualized from the front. So if we go at the top, again we visualize and the rays are falling perpendicular like this, and rays are falling perpendicular like this, and the blank sheet is at the bottom. So what will be the image from the top? The image will be square, this small square type. So the image will be something like this. So this will be the top view because we have visualized from the top. Again, if we see from the side and the screen will be at this position, so again the image which will be seeing visualizing from the side on this screen, that will be side view. So again it will be something like this. So what we have done basically, this is 3D. We have converted into this 2D image. That is called orthographic projection. So split the views. This is the front view, this is the top view, and this is the side view. So basically this is called orthographic projection. So we are going to split the views of various components in the sense. So we will be starting with the first component, that is called our point. So initially we are going to see and we are going to discuss the orthographic projection of a point. So this point will help us to understand the all concept of orthographic projection. Because point is this is one of the smallest component in the universe, that is point. So this point is going to explain the entire concept of orthographic projection. So once we have cleared our basics by using the point, our object is going to change to line. Starting with the point, object is going to be our line. So for line, again we will be utilizing that concept and we will be drawing the front view and top view of a line for different cases. Again there will be so many cases which we will be seeing further when we will be studying projection of line. After line, our object is going to again enlarge and that will be becoming a plane. It can be rectangle, it can be circle, it can be triangle, it can be any 2D figure. It can be composite. Composite means it can be consist of more than one plane figure, standard plane figure. After plane, our solid is again going to enlarge and that becomes solid. Our object is becoming the solid. Now in plane we have deal with the 2D figures. Now solid we will be dealing with the 3D objects, like it can be prism, it can be pyramid, it can be cone, or it can be cylinder. So we will be solving the problem for this 4 solids: prism, pyramid, cone and cylinder. So as you can see in orthographic projection, we will be starting with the point, then line, then plane, then solid. So again, these are the sub-components, these are the subtopics that will be coming under orthographic projection. So this is the topic, projection of point. This will become the topic, projection of line, then projection of plane, then projection of solid. Now after clearing all the concepts of projection, orthographic projection based on all the objects, again we have divided this orthographic into sub-component. So the first component of the orthographic that is called section of solid. Section of solids. Now section means, this is the word that means we are going to cut the solid. We are going to cut the solid. Cut the solid means if this is a cone, if this is a cone, we are going to cut this cone. We are going to cut this cone by a plane. We are going to cut this cone by a plane. So what will happen when you cut a solid? The entire solid has been divided into 2 parts. The 2 part means, as you can see, this part is called the truncated part. This part is the truncated part which has been eliminated from the solid, and this is the remaining part. As you can see, this is the remaining part, the bottom part. This is called the frustum part. This is the frustum part of the cone. So after cutting the solid, again we are going to plot the front view and top view. Now that front view and top view now will be called as sectional front view and sectional top view. So section of solid is generally used to determine the internal features of the object. If we want to know the internal details of the object, then only we are going to cut the solid, and then we will be visualizing from the interior. So that views will become front view, sectional front view and sectional top view of that particular solid. So this is the first sub-component that we are going to study after orthography. Second sub-component that is called the development of surface of solids. Now development means now what we will be doing in development means we are going to open the solid, we are going to unfold, or we are going to unroll the solids. Open means we are going to open the solids from any one end. Open, it can be like this. So if this is if I consider this solid as a cylinder, if this solid is representing a cylinder, now in this solid, as you can see, this solid is made up of thin sheet. This has been made by using a paper, and this solid is hollow. This also. So these are the 2 conditions of development. You have to assume the solid to be hollow, made up of thin sheet, and you have to open the solid. You have to unfold or unroll the solid from one end. So if we unfold this cylinder by using this end, so what will happen if we unfold? Now the shape will become like this. So the shape of the cylinder after unfold, that is rectangle. That you can see, this is a rectangle whose length will be equal to the circumference. Length will be equal to the circumference of the circle, which is visualizing from the top or the base. So development of a cylinder will be a rectangle whose length is equal to circumference of a circle. So that is for development. So we are going to draw the development of prism, pyramid, cone and cylinder. Also we are going to draw the development of the frustums of solid. Frustum means after cutting the solids. That also we are going to see in the development part. So development means we are going to open the solid from one end. Again, if we talk about the application of this, so while we are working on sheet metal part, so development is playing a very important role. So sheet metal can be application of development of surface of solid. So the last, if we talk about the last sub-component of orthographic, that is isometric. So this is the last sub-component of orthographic, which is named as isometric. This is also a type of a projection Like orthographic, this is also some other type of projection that is named as isometric, but it has to be learned, it has to be plot, it has to be done after orthographic only, because again we are going to use some concept of orthographic. Like in orthographic we were having different views. We were having different views like front view, top view, side view. As we have seen in Duster, what we have done, we have plotted the front view, we have plotted the top view, and we have plotted the side view of the Duster. So this was orthographic. This was the orthographic. But if we reverse it, now if we are having this 2D images, if we are having these views and we want to convert these three views in a single view, we want to convert these three views in a single view. So that single view will be its isometric. That single view will be its isometric. Now if we convert this three view in a single view, it will be something like this. So as you can see now, this is the single view which is representing all the dimensions of this duster. This is the height, as you can see height, this is the length, and also it is representing the width. So this is the single view representation of this 2D images of this views of this object. So this single view representation is called isometric drawing. In other words, if we talk about isometric, if the duster is resting like this, as you can see, if the duster is resting like this in this position, so in this position we can see only the height of the duster, and the length of the duster, but the width of the duster is not being seen from this position of this duster. Width is not being seen. So this is not the isometric. Isometric is the single representation of this object, but where all the dimensions can be seen. All the dimensions can be seen. It is only possible if you rotate this duster with some angle. So once you have rotated the duster in this angle, now you can see the height, length, and the width of the duster. Now this is called the isometric drawing of the duster. So this is the entire complete syllabus of the drawing, which has been divided into 4 components. The first was basics, that will include letters, dimensioning and types of line. Second was geometrical construction, in which we will be drawing some basic plane figures like ellipse, parabola, hyperbola, pentagon, hexagon by different methods. Next was scale. In scale we will be going to draw plane scale and diagonal scale. We will be dealing with different problems based on the reducing scale, and that will be reducing scale 1. Reducing means reducing the size of the object. Last and very important component, that is the orthographic projection, which will include orthographic projection of point. We will starting with the point, then we will be dealing with the line, then for the plane, then we will come to solid, then we will be coming to the section of solids, and we will be drawing the development of surface. At the end, we will be drawing isometric projections. Again, at the end, after going through entire drawing of engineering, entire syllabus, what we will be going to draw entire drawings which will be seen manually in the AutoCAD. So at the end, we will be drawing, we will be going through the AutoCAD, what are the commands used in AutoCAD, and all the drawings which we will be drawing manually. We will be drawing that same drawing by using AutoCAD, and that will be done at the end. First, we have to draw all the drawings manually in a sheet by using the technical instruments. Then only we can draw it on the